So I want to clarify that the word enforcement, you may be having traditions about it. The word enforcement is not as if, it's not like we're going to pick you up, arrest you, or lock you up, or anything like that. No, it's more of an advocacy thing. We're going to ensure massive advocacy to ensure the success of the program. The enforcement here also is a moral persuasion. So we're going to reach out, we're going to talk, we're going to show you and convince you of the benefits of the Ilera Eco. Like we used to say every time when we do our walk for fitness, Zamba is always there to give guidance on the Ilera Eco, telling our staff that government has paid for how many percent? What's the percentage that we pay?
We paid 75%.
We pay 75%. You're only going to pay 25%, and then you're not making use of it. We're wasting money, you know. So the enforcement is to engage, advocate, and convince, and show them the quality and the quality and what the Ilera Eco entails. So we're not going to be arresting people. We're not going to be locking anybody up. We're just going to convince you to do it. And then it also entails monitoring MDAs to ensure that they restrict government services to those that do not have, that are not enrolled. So those are the basic areas that word enforcement entails. So like I said, government must lead by example. Enforcement must begin with us, so we're going to begin with us. And this is the first task of the enforcement team, to ensure that all MDAs comply with the executive order by enrolling all their staff, including the national registration link on their website for easy access to residents, and requiring proof of Ilera Eco before granting access to their services. So this is one of the ways we just need to connect people, to persuade people. You know, it's just like for LRS and tax matters as well. You need to show that you pay tax in order to have access to certain facilities. So that's just the same principle we're going to apply here. And it's for your own good, it's for the health of yourself. We want you to live for many years. So we've also issued a circular to that effect. So, and a circular to, everybody knows what the circular here entails. It means that you have to follow that circular. If you don't follow that circular, it's an offense that can lead to so many consequences by the MDAs. So that that circular must be obeyed. The PSPSO here is here to commence the process against anybody that flouts the circular. The enforcement team being inaugurated today has been carefully constituted from a cross-section of relevant regulatory and oversight institutions. Your role is critical. Enforcement is not punitive. It is a government tool to ensure compliance, accountability, and translation of policy into tangible outcomes for our people. As part of this process, visits will be conducted to all MDAs represented on this enforcement team. These visits are not ceremonial, they are strategic. Each engagement will articulate stakeholder-specific enforcement rules and expectations. From these engagements, a collated enforcement and action plan will be developed, and compliance will be strictly monitored through monthly reports submitted to my office. I expect the enforcement focal persons to return to their respective MDAs and secure the involvement of their principals to facilitate structured engagement ahead of official visits. There is no one-size-fits-all strategy. Each MDA understands its operational environment and the stakeholders best. Accordingly, you are expected to develop homegrown, context-specific enforcement strategies tailored to your institutions to be presented ahead of the visits. Henceforth, residents seeking to access public services must be clearly informed that proof of enrollment under the Lagos State Social Health Insurance Scheme is required. This is not merely an administrative demand, it is a safeguard for financial protection, health security, and equitable access to care. Like I said, I engaged Dr. Zamba that this thing that you are requesting, Are you ready? Are you able? Do you have the resources? Do you have the labor? Do you have the technology to handle an avalanche of applications? And she assured me, and she said yes. So it is on that basis that we issued that circular. So she clarified it that they have the ability, they have the capability, they have the equipment, they have the labor, and they have the technology to receive all those applications. So we're good to go on that. I further charge all MDAs to fully comply with this directive and embed enrollment verification into their service delivery process. Let me emphasize that the monthly enforcement and compliance report will be reviewed as part of our accountability framework. To members of the enforcement team, I urge you to discharge your duties with professionalism, diligence, and integrity. Your conduct will shape public confidence in this reform and determine its long-term success. So God is riding on your shoulders. I congratulate you on this responsibility and to assure you of the full support of the Office of the Head of Service, Public Service Office, as we collectively work towards a healthier Lagos State. Thank you, and I wish you a successful tenure of